Hi, everyone. Welcome to our second interview, and thank you very much for tuning in today. My name is Mrs. Dhanaraj, and I am the admin for the Facebook page Yeah I Can Speak To and Leeds Learning Academy. I'm the trainer at Leeds Learning Academy. So today, we are going to interview the first runner-up for the Lockdown Storytelling Contest 2020 in the category of 10 to 12 years old. I would like to say hello to Tanusya. Hi, Tanusya. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Miss
Yeah,
Ratna.
fantastic. Did you have are you having a good weekend?
Yes, I had a very good weekend.
Brilliant. All right. So the reason I'm having this interview is actually for you to share your experience and your expertise, to motivate the other children who are interested in storytelling. So before we start, can you introduce yourself to us?
Sure. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet y'all virtually. I'm Tanusya and I'm 12 years old. I'm currently studying in Sekolah Kebangsaan Bukit Damansara.
All right. So you sent in a very interesting video with nice settings, with fantastic face expressions. Clearly, you are talented in storytelling, and that's the reason you won the first runner-up. For the contest. Was this your first experience joining the contest or joining a
No,
storytelling
Miss
contest?
Ratna, it's not my first experience.
Okay.
My storytelling journey started when I was 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
which was in kindergarten. We used to share like fun fairy tales with each other, and our kindergarten teachers would clap and encourage us.
Okay.
Like when I moved on to my lower primary, and that motivated me to try out for the storytelling auditions,
Okay.
but I didn't get selected. There were like many other talented children who could tell their stories in really good ways. So I realized that it takes a lot of practice to be good in something. In grade 4, I got my first chance to represent the school for an international competition. So for the impromptu rounds, I was only able to speak for 2.5 minutes for both the rounds. Surprisingly, yeah, I did very good and I was awarded gold medalist. That has motivated me to join more competitions.
So basically, what you're saying is that you did not win the first time you joined the contest, right? So you had to join over and over and over
Yeah,
again in many
mm,
contests. And
yeah,
you also said something that the other child mentioned in the first interview today, where she said there is no shortcut for, for anyone to win or to be a great storyteller. The shortcut
yeah.
is actually practice. And interesting that you mentioned that as well. So every time every time you joined the contest and you didn't win, how did you feel then, and how has that helped you to become, to actually have won contest after that?
Okay, so basically, like when I go for like I didn't win something, I
Okay.
usually would think, what is the mistake I did and how I can improve. So
Okay.
usually I watch like storytelling videos, and I usually look at like how they use their self tools.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And you said you watch storytelling videos, and you watch for, what was that again, self tools, was it?
Self tools is like our tools, like what we have, like how we can use our facial expression.
Right. Okay.
How,
So you used to watch storytelling contests, and I'm sorry, you used to watch storytelling videos and used to learn from that. Can you share with us some links, maybe? Maybe we can put in the comment later. Do you watch them
okay,
on
sure.
YouTube? Do you watch them on, any specific channel you can recommend for children to actually watch storytellers?
Okay. Mm, no, usually we just search kids storytelling videos and we
Right.
like
Okay.
see the best out of it.
Okay. All right. So you choose like the champion or the winner, and then you try to
Mm,
watch that.
yeah.
And you also mentioned something really interesting. You said you once you join a contest and you don't win, you think about what you do, and then you try to improvise on it. When you think about it, how does the whole process happen? Do you write down, do you record yourself? Do you watch a video of yourself and write down
Usually
areas?
I
Yeah.
usually I write down, like, because like sometimes when I'm performing, my mom records and I
Ah.
rewatch the
Okay.
video. I'll be like, oh,
Okay.
this time I fumbled, so the next time
Okay.
I can't do this anymore. Yeah,
Okay, so what you do is you basically record yourself, or you
yeah,
watch the recording of yourself, and then you write down mistakes you make, and then you work on that. I think that's a
Yeah.
very good tip for the other kids, because I think that's one of the ways you can actually improve in storytelling is to work on your own mistakes, right? And watching your own video is a fantastic way of for you to actually work on your own, improve your skills in storytelling. Okay, so finally, when did you said you won when you were in was it grade 8? Sorry, grade 4 was it? When you
Yes.
won
That.
so that was in standard 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
grade
I was
4.
10.
Yeah, so have you joined more contests after that?
Yes, I did.
You did, and have you won all of them?
Yes, most of them I did.
Most of them.
Yeah,
So
I did.
every time you join the contest, would you watch your video again and write down areas that you need to improve on? Did you always do that?
Yes, I do. Make it a
Okay.
practice.
All right. So that's really, really good tip, which I think all the other kids can gain from as well. So what you said was record yourself on a video when you tell a story, watch it again, and then look for areas you need to improve on. All right. Now, moving on to the next question. How did you build and improve your storytelling skills? Now, apart from, recording yourself and making notes of areas that you want to improve on, um, are there other
For me,
ways that,
there's
like your voice, or how do you practice your voice, your face expression? Are there other ways that you actually work on your skills?
okay. So usually, like, um, I'll ask my mom to watch
Hmm.
me when I do something. Like, is my facial expression good enough? And sometimes my grandpa and my grandma would be sitting there too. So my mom, each of them will be sitting in every side of the room. And then, like, my mom said, you have to make eye contact with every one of them, and you cannot get shy or laugh unless it's something to laugh about in your story. So, like,
Right.
that's how I build confidence.
That's really interesting. So you have your grandpa in one corner and your grandma in the other corner and your mom in the middle, and you
Yes.
then have to look at them when you talk. I think that's a
Mm,
fantastic practice to actually force yourself to look at different parts of the audience, the different groups of audience. So
mm,
you look at the ones on this corner, you look at the ones on the other corner, and the ones in the middle. So is
yeah.
that what you do all the time when you go for a storytelling
Yes,
contest?
exactly. Most
Okay.
most of the time.
Okay, it's really good tips. Thank you so much. So what do you think is the secret to good storytelling?
For me, the secret of good storytelling is to be like authentic in your own way, creative and calm, and embrace pause in your storytelling. Because like when you tell a story, you need to pause so like the audience can understand and like digest what you're actually trying to say. Because if
Okay.
you go like way too fast, some people are not able to capture what's your story about and
Right,
what is
right.
the importance of it. Yeah.
Right. So you're saying that tempo is actually one of the key things in storytelling. So how fast you tell a story, how slow you tell a story. So sometimes you got to be fast, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes you got to be slow as well when you tell the
Yes.
story. And
Yeah.
is there a way that you practice this when in you yourself? Is there a technique that you use to practice with different tempos when you tell a story?
So like usually I'll like see the story first because like if there's a way where you have to like explain something like when you
Hmm.
talk about like medical scripts or something like that,
Right,
you have to explain the words and the things like slow and steadily.
right,
If you talk about like something that's scary or like something that's when you're rushing, then you have to go fast because it's something that's moving quickly.
right. Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, when you tell a story, someone has to watch it like a movie in their mind then,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
when you move fast, then it has to be an image that's moving very quickly in their mind, and then when you
Mm,
say it slowly, then it's kind of building anticipation and building
yes.
the suspense behind what you're saying. Okay, I think that's a really good tip as well. So you said practice and tempo in storytelling, and also getting your grandma, grandpa, and your mom to sit at different corners of the room. I think that's really brilliant. Okay, now so the next question is, have you got any other tips that you want to share with children based on your experience? You can talk a bit of your experience, some of the down times where you did really badly. How did you pull yourself up? How do you feel brave before you go on stage? Do you do visualization? What kind of things do you do?
Okay, so usually I practice like because like when you have other contestants sitting in front of you, they're kids also, right? So
Right.
usually we gather my cousins around. our whole family member, and then like I just tell the story in front of them. And like because our cousins and we like to play a lot like children.
Okay.
So then after that I try not to like forget my script, get nervous, or like start
Mm, mm,
laughing. Or
mm.
so I try to stay focused, because like when I can do it in front of my cousins, I think I can do it in front of other people too.
Interesting. So you have your
But
little cousins in front of
tips,
you. Yeah, go on.
but for tips, it's quite tough for me because I'm still in like the process of learning. But I
Okay.
can share some tips and advice that my teachers and parents give me.
All right.
First of all, they always tell me to be myself when I present. They say
Okay.
like a story, like maybe you might be a different character in the story, but you're
Mm-hmm.
still you. And you have to
Okay.
go in your own pace and the way you feel comfortable when you're telling a story.
Okay. Okay.
They also tell me that when I'm presenting a story, I have to understand the theme of it, and like my story has to relate to the theme, so that like especially my impromptu. And lastly, the conclusion and moral value, it has to be like it has to relate to larger audiences, not only my family and my friends.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you said something about you need to, if you have a theme, you need to relate to the theme or something. You mentioned something
Mm.
along that line, right? How does that help you tell a story in a better way when you relate to the theme? Like, can you give us an example so that the children who are watching the video or the parents are
Okay, so
able
for
to understand better?
okay, so let's say the theme is about animals, like
Right.
wild animals.
Right.
So we can like usually I'll just think of something. Okay, what are wild animals? Maybe wolves, lions, tigers. So I'll think of a story. Okay, then I'll think of like a moral value or something that in the
Right.
end, like, so usually a wild animal is not so bad after all. So
Right.
like the lion and the mouse story, then I can relate my story with something like that.
Right.
Maybe just
Okay.
change the characters. Yeah, that's
So
how I.
basically, putting yourself in the character role, and then the theme helps you to actually tell the story in a better way, and yet being yourself and not trying to be someone else. Okay. All
Mhm.
right. And is there anything else that you would like to say before, or any inspiration, words of motivation to children who aspire to be storytellers, and who really like it but lack the confidence, and they are talented but they feel nervous, or they don't want to go on stage because they are afraid of all the competition? Do you have any advice or motivational
Okay,
words that
so
you want to
the
share with them?
first thing I would like to say is never give up, because like even I have failed many times in my life. But if you have a supportive family members, you can make use of them, because they are the ones that will really help you in the end. I would also like to convey my thanks to the organizing team for giving me this opportunity to join this contest. I would also like to say thanks to my parents and teachers for supporting me throughout this whole journey.
All right. Thank you very much, Tanusya. It's been such a pleasure talking to you and having you share those little nuggets of gold tips for other children who want to be storytellers. I think they are all going to gain a lot of knowledge and information from what you've just shared with us. We at Leeds Learning Academy and myself as Mrs. Dhanaraj from EA Can Speak To wish you all the best in everything that you do, and be the best storyteller that you can. Have a good
Thank
day.
Same to you.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you.